Bangladesh is once again in turmoil. The sudden death of Sharif Osman Hadi, a prominent anti-Hasina activist, has ignited nationwide protests and a wave of anger that cuts deep into the nation's recent struggles for democratic change and right ahead of the upcoming elections in February. Today we unpack who this activist was, why his death has struck such a powerful chord, how the unrest has unfolded, and what is India's role in why anti-India sentiment has become a prominent theme in the streets of Dhaka. Sharif Osman Hadi was a 32-year-old Bangladeshi political activist. He served as the spokesperson for Inqilab Moncho, or the Platform for Revolution, a movement that rose during the student-led uprising in mid-2024 that ultimately toppled longtime Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and ended her autocratic hold on power. Hadi was widely seen as one of the revolution's most inspiring figures, outspoken, passionate, and deeply connected to the young generation demanding change. But most importantly, as he emerged from the streets of protest into formal politics, he had announced his intention to run as an independent candidate in the national elections scheduled for February 2026. But on December 12, 2025, as Hadi was launching his campaign in Dhaka, masked attackers opened fire on him, striking him in the head. He was rushed to a local hospital and later flown to Singapore for advanced medical care. Despite the efforts of the doctors, Hadi succumbed to his injuries after 6 days on life support. His death sent shockwaves through Bangladesh, not just because a rising political leader was killed, but because it occurred at a crucial moment of democratic transition and election season. News of Hadi's death quickly triggered massive protests across Bangladesh. In Dhaka and other cities, demonstrations intensified and turned violent. Protesters set fire to major newspaper offices, including Pratham Alo and the Daily Star, accusing them of bias and ties to political interests. Now, one of the most striking elements of the protests has been the anti-India sentiment visible in slogans and actions on the streets. Bangladesh's political landscape has long been shaped by relations with its giant neighbor. Many protesters blame India for interference, especially given that former Prime Minister Hasina remains in self-imposed exile in India after the 2024 uprising. Some demonstrators claim that those involved in the attack on Hadi may have fled across the India-Bangladesh border, prompting calls for extradition. Slogans and marches have included strong anti-India messages, framing the unrest not only as a fight for justice, but as a broader statement against foreign influence. And it's important to understand that this moment in Bangladesh underscores enduring themes of identity, sovereignty, and regional dynamics. Hadi's killing and the public anger that followed suggests that the two-nation theory is not dead, that distinct identities and sovereign choices among South Asian people cannot be engineered away by larger powers or political pressure. Contrary to claims that the protests are driven by Islamist elements, the movement reflects broad public sentiment, youthful energy, and moderate civic voices demanding accountability and dignity. Bangladesh's backlash is rooted in decades of perceived Indian high-handedness, pressure politics, and attempts to influence institutions and political direction by India. It has been widely documented and confessed by India's own leaders that they have hegemonic designs in the region. And these designs are leading to instability in the region. On the contrary, Pakistan has consistently acted as a responsible voice for regional stability, and it supports a sovereign and peaceful Bangladesh.